Alright, so there's little doubt in my mind that you probably wondered and very likely argued with your friends over who the strongest channeler is in the Wheel of Time. Is Rand really that much stronger than Samael, particularly given how we see him just straight up obliterate him in season 3, episode 5, like he just demolished the guy, right? And what about someone like Lanfear, for instance? How much more powerful is she in comparison to somebody like Morgideon? Well, let's bring down the Wheel of Time one power grading system, how it works, who ranks where, and other neat bits of it. So for starters, the books don't really leave matters of raw strength, at least in terms of access to the one power to the imagination. Robert Jordan actually built an actual system that measures how much of the one power a person can channel. And regardless of what the show and the TV show might sometimes intone, it's not as hand-wavy as you might think. There's an actual structure that's separate for men and for women. It's a bit of a rabbit hole, to be honest, but we'll start out with the basics. So for female channelers, the books has a first 60 level skill system. In this original scaling system, level 1 represented the strongest Aes Sedai in the White Tower at the time of the first book, Eye of the World. This includes characters like Moiraine, Elaida, and Siuan Sanche. When stronger channelers like Nynaeve, Lanfear, and Alivia come along, Robert Jordan expanded the system to what we now call the 72 level scaling system to make more room at the top. Here's how the numbers work exactly. The first number, this is for women, is the level on the new expanded 72 point skill system, right? And the number in parentheses or the bracket is their rank in the original 60 point skill system. For example, somebody like Elaida is listed as a 13-1, which means she's the 13th strongest Aes Sedai on the 72 skill system, but 1 on the original tower skill. Same with Aes Sedai like Moiraine and Siuan at their full potential or full strength are around that same level too. Now, when a woman is stronger than the strongest Aes Sedai in the Eye Tower, we add a plus notation. So take Egwene for instance. Egwene is ranked as an 8+5, meaning that she's 5 levels stronger than someone like Elaida. Nynaeve, on the other hand, is the strongest one we've seen in like 1,000 years, and she's ranked as a 3+10, which is 10 levels above. Then we have people like Lanfear and Alivia who are just at the absolute top. They're like the behemoths of the female ranking system. They sit at 1+12, and they're quite literally as strong as a woman can be with the power. But then for the men, there's a different ranking system. Their strength is ranked in a plus system, where ++1 is the absolute max that anybody can get to. And there are only about 2 people that are there essentially, Randalfo and Ishamael. That's the Dragon Reborn, which is Luthien Telemon or Randalfo, and then Ishamael, both as himself as someone else who I will refrain from naming in case people are upset about spoilers. But below them we have people like Demon Dread, we have Logain, we have Mazrim Taim, and then below those ones we have people like Asmodean and Narishema, somewhere along those lines, fall around ++3. Now, what does this all mean? What exactly is the point of this all? Essentially, it means that the strength scale isn't just about raw power, right? It influences how much respect a person gets, who must defer to whom, and sometimes even how people are treated in an institution. Think of it as it sometimes can affect the hierarchy position because, power is always being valued and all of that. Power demands respect. But it's not everything. Skill, experience, talent with specific weaves, and depending on who is matched up against to who still matters. So, to pull it all into a neat conclusion, the strongest French channelers are Lanfear, Alivia, and Nynaeve, those kind of people. The strongest male channelers are essentially Rand, which is the dragon, and of course Ishamael. And being strong while school doesn't always make you the best, right? Because there's still other things such as skills that we have to consider and talent with specific waves. So I've given a list of both the male and female channelers who and their power gradients. So you can look to that for your future arguments with people and what to expect in fight. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and if it has, a like and a subscribe would really help the wheel. Until next time, the wheel wheels as the wheel weaves.